Good evening, everyone. Late Night Mega here, and tonight we're going to do another Streets of New Capenna draft. I'll use one of my draft tokens to enter this time, because why not? And we're finding a draft table. Oh, hey, we found one. Alright, let's try and have a better draft this time. The last two drafts I've played have been kind of rough. Both in the drafting and in the games. Well, we know how good this card is. It reminds me of that, what's that? Dormant Grove from Crimson Vow. Only this one's a rare, but this one costs 3 mana instead of 4. And this one will never turn into a creature, but yeah, this is a pretty bomb rare. Other good cards in this pack: Inspiring Overseer, Riveteer's Decoy, Body Dropper's pretty good. We've got lots of land fixing in here. We've got a Hold for Ransom, a Rumor Gatherer, and Mr. Orfeo. Maybe we can get something green back? Or we can get something green in this pack. Definitely want to take a green card to go with the green card we just grabbed. Let's see, if we weren't... No, I think I'd still be picking the Decoy. I was going to say, if we didn't get the fight rigging in the first one, maybe Nimble Larcenist? Or even the Hold for Ransom. Maestro's Ascendancy, I know better than that. Alright, we've got... I do think Girder Goons is actually pretty usable here. That puts us into the Riveteers. But Scrycrier could also be equally good with the fight rigging. I think I'm going to try the Skycrier. The Security Rocks wouldn't be an awful idea either. Could also just take the Socialite. No, I'm not going to take the Socialite. It's between Girder Goons, Skycrier, and Security Rocks for me. I'm going to go with the Skycrier because pumping that up with +1/+1 counters just seems like it could be really good. Oh, hey, that could put us into Cabaretti, too. Yeah, there's like nothing black here for us. Expendable Lackey to go with the fight rigging wouldn't be awful. Cabaretti Charm. I don't know about that one. I mean, it's probably usable. Oh, there's a Buy Your Silence. There's a Swooping Protector. I think we'll lock up the white, green-white. Because I was going to say, I wasn't sure if I would get, you know, stuff. I don't know if patch-up would be good or not. Probably not. I'll take the Rocco. Okay, well, they're going to keep feeding me Cabaretti stuff. I'm going to take it this time. Cabaretti Initiate could be good. But we're going to want the 2-drop Civil Servant first. Oh, there's a late Body Dropper. But we're already far into green-white with this. I'll take the Strong Arm here. Strong Arm is pretty reasonable. It still is. There's 2 Strong Arms right in a row. It's a pretty decent green common. I mean, especially with fight rigging, we could use the Strong Arms to help get us up to 7. Riveter's decoy wheeled. Excuse me, what is going on? I'm not going to complain. You know what? If they just want to give me all these good green cards, I'll take them. I'll take them. Why don't we wheel the Cabaretti charm while we're at it? Oh, sure, we can wheel the hold for ransom. Yep, that's reasonable. Are we going to wheel the other hold for ransom, too? No, but we are going to wheel the security rocks, so I'll take that. We do need to find some fixing for these colors, though. I could also just end up cutting the red right now, because we only have a couple. Nope, I'm taking Ready to Rumble. That's the best card out of those three. Well, this could be our Cabaretti makeup deck. Someone did take that Cabaretti charm. I don't know what else they're taking with it, because we're drafting a really good, green-white base to begin with. I'll send a signal that... Oh, ooh, I do kind of want... Oh. I'm glad I went Cabaretti. Okay, so the Sky Crier was definitely the good pick. Oh, man. This is like the second time we have like this bomb rare, and then we've got an Inspiring Overseer here. Maybe we can get a Mayhem Patrol on the wheel? There's no way we're not taking the Sanctuary Warden. Absolutely no way. That's 2 bomb cards. Or 2 bomb rares mythics. The Fight Rigging and Sanctuary Warden. How many bomb cards does it take for me to make up for the last couple of drafts? Ooh, those were awful. So awful I may or may not upload them, so you might go like looking for them and they might not exist, but I don't know. I'm still recording and I'm like a couple weeks ahead of where those are going to be uploaded. Yeah, and speaking of which, you might still be seeing drafts from Streets of New Capenna, wondering how I'm doing this after the premiere drafts have been shut down while I'm just recording a bunch, and I'm spacing out when I'm releasing them. So only releasing a couple of them a week. Huh. There's a Strangle. There's also a Botanical Plaza that we kind of need. Or do I need the Strangle, though? Probably. I'll regret it later. I'll regret it later. By this point, I should have, like, 3 pieces of fixing. But I don't know, that first pack was just kind of just so out there. It's between the Strangle and the Botanical Plaza. But unless there's like some really good cards, we're going to have to start prioritizing the fixing. Cabaretti Charm. Do I have a reason to want... Oh, I don't know. Raffine's Informant as well. But that can be removal, and that can be good. We have to start prioritizing the fixing before we just get a deck that we can't cast. I don't know if I need 3 Riveter's decoys. I prioritize fixing. Because I'm going to want to cast those Civil Servants. Yeah, those aren't even citizens. That's a citizen, that's a citizen. We've got a couple citizens that can go with the Civil Servants. Oh, if you guys are hearing background noise, did I? Okay, I am recording. That there's just a big truck going by outside. Okay, do we have... That's a citizen, but I don't think I'm interested in that. Mr. Orfeo, this is not what we're doing. Mayhem Patrol... That can be a good 2-drop with the fight rigging, because then he just gets progressively bigger and bigger. I knew I should have taken the Gathering Throng. I guess I can start taking those now. I mean... What else is there here? I could even take a one of Adjudicators. That's not an awful idea. Because it can fix for green and white. Here's fixing. It can fix for green and white. I can exile it and just cast it using its own effect to turn something to blue. So that's not a bad thing to do here. Quick Draw Dagger could actually go well with the decoy. Yeah, I'll take it. Kind of lacking in combat tricks anyways. Do I need another... I don't know if I need another top-end card like the Pummeler. I think I'll take the... I'm not happy with the cat. I'll take the Pummeler. And I could go, you know, same sort of deal with the Masked Bandits. I got nothing else going on here. Well, I'll take the cat. If we're desperate for cats. We have a whole nother... We have a whole nother pack here. So for the meantime... Sticky Fingers, I can go on the sideboard. Yeah, let's just get all the bomb rares. All of them. Oh, Elegant Entourage. That's not a citizen, but well, that'd still be good here. Okay. Oh, that's gonna make citizens. Okay. I don't know what Raka would be getting, though. Probably a decoy. Another strong arm, or do I want a stimulus package? Maestro's Theater doesn't get us the colors we need. Do I have good reason to go super wide with creatures? I mean, I have a lot of things that are making us go wide. I don't know that a third strong arm is the thing. I don't know if stimulus package is the thing. What the heck is going on? No, seriously, what? I'll take a pick 3, you know, 4th bomb rare. Okay, the Rocks Pummeler's not going to make the cut. There's no way it's making the cut after all this. Okay, I think I take either Skycrier or Backup Agent. We've had good luck with Backup Agent on the Civil Servant. They're both citizens. I'll take the Backup Agent. Well, we're not getting fixing. I could also just cut the red entirely. I could just cut the red entirely. And I think we'd be fine. Because we have, you know, all the bomb green and Obscura Riveteers. I mean, that gets us green-red. I guess. That's 4 bomb rares we have now. Oh yeah, and this wants us to go wide. Maybe take a Glittermonger so we can cast some of this stuff. Sounds good to me. Do you want to pass me another Civil Servant? Since apparently we're out of... Yeah, I'll take a big score. Since apparently we're out of the... Oh, this deck is ridiculous. Well, it looks like it could be ridiculous. I don't know. We're kind of lacking in 3-mana cards. Oh, hey, here's the... There's the thing we wanted. I guess we'll grab the... Bulk Rare. Jank Rare. That we're not going to play. It depends on your opponents having treasures and... or having artifacts. And it's crew 3. How many Gathering Throngs did I take? None. I'll take a Sky Prior then. I don't even know anymore. I don't. Oh, the fix is in. Oh my gosh. I have to cut this deck down. That's the thing. Okay, let's see what nonsense we're working with. Let's take that out to begin with. I don't think we're going to need that. Our 5-drops are stacked. Our 4-drops are stacked. How many creatures do we have? 19, so I can cut some creatures. I guess how much treasure stuff are we getting? We've got the stimulus package. That's about it. I think this is Jetmir's Fixer might actually be not as great here. Quick Draw Dagger can be good. I don't know that we'll need Stimulus Package. It's kind of the type of card that we play like later on. I can keep the Riveteer's Overlook. I could help. That could get us a red or a green. I'm gonna cut that. There's also the cut all the red cards option. What does it look like if I do that? It looks like we don't have enough cards. So we're not doing that. Alright. Big Rocco can get us stuff. Because those 3 are important. And what else did I cut? Oh, I cut the Mayhem Patrol. Mayhem Patrol kind of wants counters. Strangle and Mayhem Patrol. Maybe we don't need Ready to Rumble because we're just going to be super aggressive. Do I need Swooping Protector? Do I need all these 2-drops? I feel like I don't need all of those 2-drops. Because Rocco is also kind of at least a 4-mana card. We have very little going on at 3 mana, which could end up costing us. So maybe it's good to have the extra 2-mana cards. And we could always use turn 3 as a turn to play a tap land. So I guess that's fine. And if we ever get up to 9 mana, you know, Rocco can fetch our Sanctuary Warden. And this is also kind of an early play for fixing. I'm kind of thinking getting rid of the Swooping Protector. Because it just doesn't feel like it's going to be as impactful as all of this stuff needs it to be. How many creatures do we have? 17. And these can kind of be 4-drops if we need them to be. Okay. Okay, how many rares did we get? We got the Mythic there. Rabble Rousing. Where's my... Oh, the Workshop War Chief. And didn't we get another... And the Fight Rigging. So that's 4 there. And then we got the... Didn't we grab the Junk? Yeah, the Junk Horde Hauler. Why does it say there's black in my deck? I didn't put the Masked Bandits in, did I? No. No, I didn't. Oh, maybe because I put the Overlook in? I don't know. Arena's weird. But yeah, I don't even know what to put for the main showcase card on the deck. Fight Rigging is good. Fight Rigging, Rabble Rousing, Sanctuary Warden, and the Workshop What's-His-Face. This could be good. Let's see how it performs, though. We're kind of lacking in the 3-mana creature spot, which has me worried. What does the fox say? Reasonable enough. We'll have a turn 2 Skycrier. And our opponent's taking a mulligan. Turn 2 Skycrier and Quick Draw Dagger. If we want, or we can, you know, do the Revelers. We'll see if we draw a red card that needs it. Well, now we have red mana, so I'm really not super concerned about getting that. Looks like we're going to be up against Brokers. I don't really need to put that on right away, so let's do this. We'll grab a Plains, because we do have a double white Sanctuary Warden to pay for. And I don't think we don't have any double red stuff. No. No, we don't. Yeah, we'll go attacking. Quick draw dagger would be great here. The game is mocking me now. Fine, fine. And yep, it's brokers. I don't have a reason not to do this. So I guess let's do it. I have a lot of 5-mana stuff. I'm probably going to play the Revelers first. And then I can play the Rabble Rousing. Because it's just, I don't have anything to attack with right now. But yeah, you can do that. They're not casting anything. Do they have a counter? Or they could have another flash creature. They probably have a counter. Yep, they have a counter. And there's a Falco Spara. We'll lose this yet. Riveter's Decoy. That could get rid of the counter on the Falco Spara, but ultimately doesn't do anything else. But this could let me get Rabble Rousing into play. And I have Blitz stuff. Let's do that. Sure. I have to control 10 or more creatures. I don't know if that's going to happen. Oh gosh, really? I might just cast the decoy regularly. Cabaretti Charm, I can get a couple 1/1s. I've got problems in the air right now. And I don't know how I'm going to fix that. I can also just start casting stuff off the top of their deck with Falco Spara. No, that's not better. I almost have to do this. Otherwise, I'm just taking so much damage. Oh, that's right, and that still... I just can't get any plays going on. Ever since he played that Fairy Vandal, it's just screwed up this entire game for me. I can't even stop any of that. If I had one more mana, I could do that. I can't beat all that. Not when I'm stuck playing like one card per turn, not getting any triggers on the... Maybe I shouldn't have played the rabble-rousing that turn. I don't know. That was very sad. Clearly I should have kept the mana open for the quick draw dagger and seen the flash fairy vandal coming. Because then we would have had a very different game. Opponent goes first. I'm missing white. But I'm gonna keep. I can play decoys and trade them for stuff. Then again, he's... Yeah, he's... Oh, okay, cool. This is even better. We'll play the Civil Servant. I can play Civil Servant. Oh, that's rude. I guess I don't really need... I don't really need 2 decoys. They're not going to be good against that anyways. I'm inviting him to attack. Remember when I said these decoys aren't going to be good anyways? I might just Cabaretti Charm here and swing with both the servants as 3/3s. That seems good. So there's 6 lifelink. Yeah, that's fine. I'll discard the forest next, because I could always blitz out the strong arm if I have to. Gerdagoons. I think I'm fine. I'm fine trying to draw another card. Oh, I didn't attack with the... Okay. I mean, clearly you could have just blocked it. Glittermonger, not quite what I needed right now. Hostile takeover, killing everything. Except his stuff. I mean, this will at least hold off these two. You can play the Glamorous out. What is that? If damage will be dealt to you, mill twice that amount of cards instead. Can we just not? We'll just pretend that didn't happen. I don't really want to attack here, because then there goes my entire initiative. And there's the glamorous outlaw. He gets to scry off of that. Okay, this would be a great time for any one of my 4 bomb rares to show up. This deck is mocking me now. Do I attack with the strong arm? I could kill... They would double block. I could kill that. No, I just want to draw a card. Yep. They know I don't have anything. That is not useful. Well, they're not going to have much to... Well, they could have some play. I guess we'll get a treasure. Backup agent. Yeah, we'll just stay at this standstill. Broker's veteran, that's even more of a stance. Oh, really? Oh, I forgot to activate my... It doesn't matter. And they just keep getting stuff. Hey, there we go. I got stuff. Do not have a disdainful stroke. Okay, thank you. We're going to do that. Yeah, you can exile my graveyard. That doesn't bother me. I really don't need to attack on the ground when I can attack in the air. Okay, they can't beat Sanctuary Warden. Took long enough to find, you know, one of our 4 bombs. Oh. Oh, hey, I got a Mastery Orb. Neat. Well, we're 1-1. Let's see how high we can climb with Cabaretti. Man, now we need like a social climber in our deck for that joke. Rusky00. We have Civil Servant into Skycrier. And our opponent is on the play. So we'll have a few draws. But... Hello. Fight rigging. We'll have a few draws. I don't think the Mayhem Patrol is going to get played anytime soon. Do I play the Skycrier or the fight? We play the fight rigging. We play the fight rigging. Wow. Guess I'll take the Strangle. I mean, it could be useful. Security Rocks can come out next. They could attack us here. Looks like they're attacking us here. Maybe I should be playing the Skycrier. So that's going to give them a treasure, and they could end up killing... I feel like that would be the responsible thing to do. Is get lifelink going. Oh, I can even play the decoy. I don't need to play that before combat, though. I'm going to put the counter on here to make him have to work a little bit harder to kill this on the following turn. And we're just going to play this out normally. You know, threatening to put counters on any of this stuff is going to be pretty good. I could also blitz this and just really pump up the Sky Crier. Our opponent is really in trouble here. Unless they have that hostile takeover that is clearly a card I should have been using myself. I thought we drafted it, or we saw it a couple times when we were drafting Maestros. And I either drafted it and didn't use it, or just didn't draft it. I still like interacting with the background when we're waiting. Let's interact with their pet. Okay. I still have not set a pet for myself. Oh, okay. Wrecking Crew, huh? I'll block because this decoy is not going to be doing anything anytime soon. Another Sky Crier. Well, if I blitz the Strong Arm, this can become a 5/5 with lifelink. That doesn't sound awful. Or I play my Security Rocks. Put a counter on that. It's a 4/5, 5/5. Yeah, I like that idea as well. We'll just... Well, I'm not going to do that before combat. Put the counter there, and we'll go attacking. Could have also just blitzed and done that, but yeah, if they want to trade their Wrecking Crew, I would be good for that. I'll play the Security Rocks here. Just keep the pressure going. Yeah, no, I want to kill the Wrecking Crew. Thank you. With the Security Rocks, if I wanted to, I could even have the Strangle ready to cast off of the Fight Rigging. We haven't seen any land since those 4 on the from the Fight Rigging either. I guess that's not too bad, because we only have a couple cards that we won't be able to cast. Professional Facebreaker, what's he gonna do? And don't say break my face. He's going to get some treasures going. That'll just get blocked and die. Maybe I just... I'm going to put the counters on the Sky Crier. Okay, they didn't like that. So much power coming through. All right, we are certainly making the climb with Cabaretti. We're 2-1. Not a bad spot to be sitting at. Supreme Humphrey. I first thought that said that was Supreme Humpty Dumpty. Alright, we have Civil Servant, Hold for Ransom. Half of our bomb rares. I can just hold for ransom that, which I might do. Yeah, I'll just do that. Maybe if I get to land, I could even potentially Riveter's Decoy. Ooh, someone's missing blue. Again, I'm over here missing stuff myself. That can pump that. But beyond that, it doesn't do a ton. I'm actually going to... but that can block and trade with something. Alright, let's go with this one. Get some lifelink going. Essentially undoing this hit that he's about to pull on us. Yeah, see? And I could Riveter's Decoy here and force something to block. And then we ultimately just trade off things. This is going to end up trading for that anyways. Oh, that wasn't what I meant to click. Okay, well I guess I'm not gaining life here. That's fine. One more untapped land and we have bomb rares on the way. And they'll fix everything. Especially since our opponent is getting color screwed over there. Alright, well I will do this to force that thing to block. And we get to draw a card off of it, so maybe it'll be a land. And now it can even be a tapped land. Okay, cool. What bomb rare do we want to play first? Rabble-rousing? Probably rabble-rousing. I could even blitz the Workshop War Chief now. 5/10, that'd be swinging for lethal. And we get a Rhino token? Or we start making a couple... Yeah, no, let's blitz this. They can't block the Initiate, so may as well attack with it. They could kill our Rhino. That's fine. Actually, maybe that wasn't fine. I don't know. Oh, we have a backup agent. That's pretty good. Trying to draw a way out and just draw one of our other bomber errors. Alright, we are 3-1 now, and that's nice. S. Jojok. I don't know how to pronounce that. Sure. And we have a few things we can play. Hopefully our opponent doesn't have something silly like a Night Clubber. We'll just watch and see if they're playing black or not. Because that would be really bad for these Sky Criers. They're playing black. Well, they might be playing black. Ooh, that's better. I like these civil servants when we get, you know, a good amount of stuff. Backup agent would also be good here, but more lands would be good and appreciated. Going to play the Sky Crier. They have black. Maestros Initiate. I would kind of prefer if you didn't. It's slightly more efficient to do this because we gain more life, which we might need since we're having mana issues. I can play the next Civil Servant. Just trying to play around the Night Clubber a little bit. Okay, well that's a mana. I don't know what they could have here. But I'm gonna keep doing the stuff. Murder! Okay. I have another one. This could also get double strike, but they're up to 5 lands and we're still stuck on 3. And I'm missing red still. They have options. I could get totally blown out if they have a Night Clubber. I'm just gonna do this. I have another murder. I have a professional. Yeah, I just don't want to get blown out by Night Clubber. Oh, I gave that lifelink or double strike and it wasn't attacking. It was tapped. I thought it was attacking. Oh, that's a problem. Actually not. Well, I should say it wouldn't be a problem if I had... I can double strike and kill this, I guess. I can get rid of the hold for ransom. Okay. Do I say we each draw a card? No, I don't think I'd do that here. Discard a card. I guess Cabaretti Charm. Yeah, I will do this. That looks bad, but I don't think it's as bad as it initially looks. We're going to take a hit here from the Dust Mangler. But we have a red source, so we can play the security rocks and trade, and hopefully they don't have any revival shenanigans. It's going to go on this forest. That's fine. I mean, it's not, but it's happening. Alright, well there's a plains. This guy is not blocking, so he may as well attack. They could also still have removal. No, I can also play this on the following turn. Okay, they're digging for a way to finish this or lock up control. Of course, if they have a way of reviving the Dust Mangler, like we like to do when we play that card, it could just be a total blowout. But I also don't want to go to 9 here necessarily. We'll just hope that they don't. Or don't have another... Okay, Mass Bandits. Alright, there we go. Oh, hey. My fight rigging is back. Oh, I can constantly remove the counter from the +1/+1 counter and get this stuff. Oh dear, does this thing have to attack? Yeah, that has to attack. Oh, that's gross. I will totally block. Or do I want to block? I don't know if I fully care. They want to burn through resources. They might have like a removal spell. Yeah, yep, they do. That's fine. Sanguine Spy, I don't like that. I can't play both fight rigging and this. I don't really care about the damage I take, because the Skycryer is going to get bigger. I guess rabble-rousing it is. I'm glad I did that, because it was all lands coming up. And it's not going to block, so it may as well attack. We'll hold that in our hand in case they want to make us discard it. We'll have 2 creatures coming next turn. Of course, they can also gain the life and then draw. And they have a bunch of stuff. Okay. I'm actually going to put the counter on my Revelers. It'll get it out of strangle range. I can play one of these. And it can help us play rabble-rousing next turn. Not attacking because that has reach, unfortunately. And hopefully they've run out of removal. I have a Botanical Plaza I can sack. I'm okay with that. I guess I'm okay with that. I mean, we're kind of in a tight spot ourselves. Ooh. Our decoy. That is a pretty good draw right now. That is a pretty good one. We're going to put the counter on that. No, no. Dang it. Now we're not in a good spot anymore. Because they're drawing so much stuff off of that spy. Dig up the body. So now I'm not going to get my card until the end of the turn. Yeah, look, they've gone through an extra 9 cards in their deck than me. I mean, they've had a couple filter lands, but still, this is ridiculous. Like, they just countered everything we did that turn, and yeah, we're dead. We're just absolutely dead, because they have too much advantage. That was annoying. We're at 3-2. Would like to get at least a couple more wins here. Just waiting for our next match. We have a pretty good deck. It just needs, like every other time we have a good deck, we need stuff to line up decently well, and for our opponent to not just get the most insane draws at their best time possible. This is a very keepable hand. That starts with the Botanical Plaza. Ooh. Riverier's Decoy. I don't know if... No, we're not going to do that. We're going to probably blitz that in. Okay, they've got red-green. Do they have a Strangle? Light them up? Okay, that's fine. I do need double green. Let's play backup agent on himself. Really trying to get the max value out of it. Oh, they went with the treasure. Okay. Okay, then. Then this isn't the worst play ever. It's not the best, but... I'll get our Workshop War Chief out, and then play Rabble Rousing, I think. Depends what they play here. But yeah, this, if they kill this, then we get a 4/4 Rhino. Or they're just looking to score. Well, they discarded some black cards there. Murder. Oh, they could have played the murder with the... I'm going to play this just because I do know that they have black now. Let's go attacking first. Now let's start playing some bombs. Because if they kill it, I still get a 4-4. Yep, that's fine. Just don't kill the 4-4. That's like all I'm asking. And don't play something bigger than a 4-4. Okay, okay. You're gonna go wide with treasures. Oh, the quick draw dagger. That could be such a blowout here. I feel like I want to do that instead of the rabble rousing. The rabble rousing will give me 2 tokens. Yeah, let's go attacking here. This is going to be brutal if they're trying to kill the rhino this way. And if they just want to chump block, that's fine too. But it also takes care of their mana, because like I could play the rabble rousing and then they could like use the mana treasures to kill stuff. Yep. And they might even like just double block the backup agent. Okay, it looks like that's what they're doing. Triple block. Yeah, and that's first strike, so I still get to keep my agent thing. That was really bad for them. I thought they would have gone for the rhino if they were going to do more than 2. That was a really bad turn for our opponent. Oh, that makes me sad. Well, we're not getting rid of the bomb rare. Plasma jockey. Jockeying for position. Bomb rare, go! Alright, hideaway. Casting Rocco off that is bad. I guess this doesn't need to be on him. It's probably best on the civil servant so that we can't cause a trade here. Can I... Oh, I can't stack those triggers and have those resolve first? Well, that's annoying. Kill the plasma jockey, please. Oh, they're searching for an answer because they've... Yeah, and for 2 mana or 3 mana. I don't think they're gonna... Yeah, they can't stop all that. Not with 3 mana. Yeah, that turn with the quick draw dagger really, really put them far behind. But we are up to 4 wins now. Melibas. Malubis. Double green. I can cast a decoy. That looks horrible. That looks much more playable. I'll get rid of... kind of want to keep the hold for ransom. Kind of want to keep all of it. But we'll do that. There's a backup agent. Very well. Skycrier, I can go fetch the red source next turn. Yeah, we're not blocking. Or do they have, like, the knockout blow or something they're going to use? That's fine if they want to knockout blow the Skycrier. I am completely okay with that. Alright, that's not what we're doing here. Oh, it's warm welcome. That's fine, too. They get to search the top 5 for a creature, and they get a 1/1. They did not get a creature in their top 5, so that was just a 3-mana 1/1. Oh, I feel kind of bad for them now. But at the same time, they're still kind of beating me down. I'm not going to worry about exiling that, because they're not playing black. Do I put counters on my Skycrier? I think I do. I think I do. This could backfire if they have a, yeah, they don't have a knockout blow. But that also gives me another draw to try and find something that's not a land. I guess I'll get a second red source with this. And I'm now at least nullifying all of the damage that they're... What am I doing? Now I can't play this turn. I'm going to end up activating that effect. Because I can't sit here on all this land. All this land. I have 4 lands in hand, and I play the wrong one. My opponent would probably appreciate the draw as well. But the idea is I'll get to use it first. And this is a race I'm totally winning right here. But yeah, we're each drawing a card, so we're each, in theory, gaining something. Alright. This is getting better. This is getting better. Let's go attacking. We'll play the card that we should have played last turn. Hooray, we have stuff now. Next turn, rabble rousing, and we just... Okay. I didn't think they were completely dead yet. But yeah, they couldn't outpace the Skycrier. That was an odd game. They were clearly color screwed. And the extra draw I gave us didn't help. I didn't even play perfectly. I should have had that Revelers down a turn sooner. But then, of course, we wouldn't have had the... We would have had the decoy in our hand and not the... our enchantment. Rabble rousing. Dido Bonsai! Okay, oh, we have all of our colors here. We have a Strangle, we have a Mayhem Patrol, we are good to go. We're going to hold off on playing our white source for the time being. There's just no reason to reveal that we have white to our opponents. I am going to play the forest, though, next turn, because we do have potential, like, civil servant we might want to play. Broker's Initiate. Well, I can't strangle that. But Menace can get us around it. I can find something to strangle. We have a security rocks coming in a couple turns. There's a civil servant. I can strangle that. Just like I told you. And I can play this and go get a white source. I can't get a white source with that. I'll get a green source then. We do have a double green card in the deck. Didn't our opponent go first? Mr. Dido Bonsai, are you getting mana screwed there? Oh, Civil Servant. It sure seems that way. I could play the backup agent in order to keep pressing the attack, but no, I think this presses the attack a little bit better. And we just take a turn off from attacking. Next turn I can strong arm the Mayhem Patrol. Oh, that's a slow way to get a land. Cabaretti Charm. No need to play that right now. I'm going to keep this as a 2-3. I think that's fine. They have a pump spell? They might have a for the family. Yeah, that's fine. Completely fine. I can also backup agent put a counter on... I can put the counter on the initiate. Oh, we're playing against brokers. Oh, Rivetier's Decoy. Well, this will let us... Oh, what lets us attack with the most? Cabaretti Charm, I can kill their civil servant. But I think I just play... They just do this. They can't actually kill any of this. So they can just block for damage. I'm going to activate this because I have nothing else to do with this mana. I'm not going to cast the thing. We're going to put pressure on our opponent. That brings him down to 6. That's not a good spot for our opponent. They have a decoy, I have a decoy. The decoy can potentially get some trades in. I could... Ooh, Cabaretti Charm. Gains... All my creatures gain +1/+... Let's do it. We might be doing that. +1/+1 in trample. And I can activate that. I think they're just completely dead here. Yeah, our opponent was off to a slow start. And that's going to be... I mean, that's what happened. We've had that happen so many times throughout even just the Streets of New Capenna series, so... That entirely happens. We need to make up for all the drafts where that happened to us. As frustrating it is to not have an actual game going. But hey. Boring Drafter is also Diamond ranked. Mayhem Patrol into Backup Agent seems legit. I would really like a green source, though. They're playing blue-white. Probably brokers. There's the initiate. There's a regulator. Kinda saw that coming. Oh, hey, there's our green source. We're just gonna keep the pressure up. They don't want to trade, to the surprise of no one. Next turn I could play this and make this even bigger. I probably will go for the blitz on that. I don't think you're in a good position to be attacking. Oh. Untap tapped creature and it gets a citizen. Okay. I take back what I just said. I could attack here, and the Cabaretti charm could lead to a bit of a blowout. Because they won't even be able to kill my thing if they... Okay. And that's not what we're going for. I feel like I want to kill the regulator, though. And just keep their stuff to a minimum. And keep the pressure on. That Halo Fountain seems pretty legit. A Snoop. Attacking for 0, well, I'll gain a life off that. I think I want to blitz this. And blitz it so that the Mayhem Patrol can kill something. He's not going to do good as a 2-3 sitting there, so he may as well turn into another card. Or it can turn into another win. Yeah, your opponent had a little bit of a slow start there, and we just kept the pressure on him. That's how you can win a lot of games in Magic, is just keep adding more and more pressure. Hey, we got a 7-win deck. It was kind of rough starting out. We got a couple losses there, and then we just zoomed to the top. We were kind of lacking in the 3-mana department, but we had a lot of 2-drops to make up for that. And once we got to 4, like, it looks like we don't have a lot of 4-mana stuff, but we were playing these at 4 a lot of times. We're playing these at 4 a lot of times, and it worked out well. And we got 5 rares out of this draft. And, well, one of them was this Bomb Mythic that won us at least a couple games. And we had all our Bomb rares were pulling their weight. So yeah, that was a good deck. That was a good one. And that gets us some more gems. So that means we can do... I still have a draft token too. That means we can still do more drafting. I still want to get like a decent Obscura deck going. This one made up... We never saw Rocco. This one did make up for the issue we had
don't ask twice.
Oh, you don't ask twice. I'm going to set that as my avatar, because why not? We got it. It would be kind of nice to get all of these. But I don't think I'm far enough along on the mastery. Unless I did the... Unless I got the set mastery here, but I don't think I'm going to have enough time to get... I've got 16 days left. And I have all of this. I'd be missing out on like half of this, which would be kind of unfortunate. Maybe I should have got to this set sooner. I don't know. Although sooner I was busy recording, well, the other stuff that you're seeing on my channel right now, like the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and am I still uploading that at this point? Probably. Probably. But anyways, that was a successful draft. The Cabaretti climbed back into the victory seat. When you get 4 bomb rares, and in some games when those bomb rares just start chaining together, it's kind of tough for your opponents to overcome that. So for now, I'll take my leave.